Farmers and other entities who produce supplies face unimaginable odds to provide us with the food and resources we need. But there is always the risk of drought or famine or any other calamity that could hinder production and disrupt their livelihood. And that's where the advantage of a producer company comes in. The advantage of not doing it alone. So let's start with what is a producer company. The concept of a producer company was introduced in India with the Companies Act 2013. It gives people engaged in activities related to producing, particularly by farming, the opportunity to form a company. Let's talk about what are the basic requirements of forming a producer company. Now, a producer company can be formed either by 10 or more producers or 2 or more producer organizations, or a combination of both. Such a company can only have equity capital and require a minimum of 5 directors with authorized capital of rupees 5 lakhs. Now let's talk about the 5 types of producer companies. To start off, production businesses. These are businesses engaged in the procurement or manufacture of primary produce for member organizations. Moving on, we have marketing businesses, which are involved in the marketing or promotion of primary produce or provision of educational services to member organizations. Which brings us to 3 technical service businesses. Any businesses offering technical assistance to producers providing training and educational services come under this category. Which brings us to 4 financing businesses. Any businesses financing producer activities, be it in production, marketing or development, comes under this category. Finally, 5 infrastructure businesses. Any business involved in providing infrastructure to producers in the form of electricity, water supply, etc. comes under this category. Now, to register a producer company, the directors of the company are required to submit a few documents. They are self-attested copies of PAN card. In case if the director is a foreign national or an NRI, self-attested copies of the passport. The other documents are self-attested copies of a voter's ID or a passport or a driver's license, and self-attested copies of the latest bank statement, telephone or mobile bill, or electricity or gas bill. Now, in case if the director is an NRI or a foreign national currently located in India or in a non-Commonwealth country, instead of self-attested documents, they have to be notarized. In case if the director is staying in a Commonwealth country, these documents have to be apostilled. Now, apart from all these documents, passport size photographs and specimen signatures are also required. The documents required for the registered office under the producer company are scanned copy of the latest bank statement, telephone or mobile bill, electricity or gas bill, scanned copy of notarized rental agreement in English, scanned copy of no objection certificate from the property owner, scanned copy of sale deed, property deed in English in case of owned property. Your registered office need not be a commercial space, it can be a residence as well. Now let's talk about the registration process of a producer company. It starts with applying for a DSC, a digital signature certificate. A minimum of 5 directors must apply for a DSC, which is necessary to file the company registration documents. It might require a total of 5 business days to get the process done. The next process involves applying for the company name with various company incorporation documents. These include the Memorandum of Association and Articles of Association submitted to the ROC or the Registrar of Companies. This process may take about 7 business days. Once submitted, these documents need to be approved by the ROC or the Registrar of Companies, which might take up to 10 to 15 business days. Once they are approved, the Certificate of Incorporation is mailed to the registered office address. With this document, the directors or the company can apply for a permanent account number PAN and a tax account number TAN, both of which are necessary for opening a bank account in the name of the business. There are several advantages of a producer company, the most important being limited liability. Each producer is responsible for his or her share invested in the company, and that's the extent of the liability. The other advantage is economies of scale. As we mentioned in the beginning, this is about doing things together and not being alone. With a producer company, multiple farmers can work as a collective and lower costs, reduce risk, and even get access to better credit facilities. Finally, this enables better management as it's not one farmer running the entire business, but everyone taking responsibility and running things together. Thank you and have a nice day.